that the only reason why I was able to go to a convention at all this year was because I was getting paid. Yeah, I'm not leaving the house for free. Hey you guys, it's Young Guys Cosplay, and I am back again with another video. In my last video, I mentioned that I was going to do Vlogmas for the month of December, and that basically meant I was going to be trying out a bunch of different content that I usually don't do, but wanted to see, you know, why not? Let's play around and see what happens, you know? And I specifically really wanted to talk about my cosplay experience as a guest at both Queen City Anime Con and AWA this past year. God, that was such a full weekend, but like in a really good way. But before we get into all that, real quick, if you haven't subscribed, for all of my current subscribers, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe, and let's get into this video. First, I'm going to be talking about my cosplay guest experience at Queen City Anime Con in August of this year. August. Also, I just noticed the sun is doing things, so we gonna make it work and everything, but you know, if I'm a little brighter on one side, I don't know, just, you're welcome. I was a cosplay guest at Queen City Anime Con this year in August, and I had been a guest before in 2019, you know, before the Ponderosa, and it was interesting because one, I will be getting into like money and stuff, because like when I say that the only reason why I was able to go to a convention at all this year was because I was getting paid. Yeah, I'm not leaving the house for free. So yeah, when I was a guest at Queen City Anime Con, the first time they had covered all my expenses, and they also gave me a booth. And what I mean by all my expenses, I mean hotel, appearance fee, parking. Well, parking was an appearance fee, but still, I was not dropping a dime on anything. I was just there, and in exchange, I did a bunch of panels for them. I helped with the cosplay contest, and I had my booth all weekend. And in 2021, I was able to come back as a cosplay guest, and I was really excited because the first time I was a cosplay guest, it was amazing just to, like, you know, be a guest and get to meet my North Carolina fans, and just, you know, just to really, like, you know, be at a con that I think is really cool, because they are extremely queer focused. They're also fairly black focused. They're also extremely circus focused as well. So like you have like burlesque shows, you have all different kinds of events going on. But I really appreciate Queen City because they have a nice kind of like range of panels where you do have your family friendly stuff, and then you do have a very interesting and very fun 18 plus environment like in the evening. So I really like them for that, and that's the reason I wanted to be a guest again, because I was like, listen, I got some 18 plus panels that I really want to do, but not every con has a really decent, you know, 18 plus crowd, but Queen City does. So first, for 2021, when I was a guest and everything, they obviously paid for my hotel, paid my appearance fee, and they had also gave me a booth for the weekend so I could sell my merch all weekend. This part is really important because like with a lot of conventions, a artist alley booth could be anywhere between like $125 for like a smaller con to like $500 for a bigger con. And if you're a vendor, these prices are completely different for you guys because like you get a whole like 8x10 booth. So like you're looking at $500 plus from the jump. So for them to give me not just an artist alley table, but a vendor booth, you know, I was able to like, you know, not have to worry having to pay for a booth and having to make that money back. And it's just basically what I do for cons. Like in exchange, I had ran 6 panels over the weekend. I think 2 panels a day. Plus I was a part of the runway cosplay contest as one of their judges. And it was a lot of work. I had one of my friends help me with my booth. She was absolutely amazing. She was a lifesaver. But like the way I was running around, my head cut off all weekend because I literally was just like, okay, at my booth selling merch. Okay, go do a panel. Okay, back at the booth selling merch. Oh wait, I have to eat. Oh wait, I'm a guest. People are recognizing me and going, hey, can I get your picture? And I'm just like, yes, but I have a panel to do in 5 minutes. It was a whirlwind of a weekend, but I loved it so much because there was one particular moment where, well, there was 2 moments I had at Queen City. I was there, I think it was like we were staying up Thursday evening, and I remember feeling just all kinds of anxious because I hadn't done a con since 2019, early 2020. I think it was Katsu 2020 before everything shut down, and I was rusty. I was really rusty. I was like, listen, I'm going to do the blackest I can, but I'm not going to mess it up. But also, I'm very scared I might mess it up because, ooh, I'm rusty. I cannot express how rusty I am with this. And I think it was Thursday night after I set up everything, and I think I did my first panel on Friday. I definitely felt a little bit better, but I was still kind of like, okay, we got this. We got this. And I think it was by Friday I kind of got into the swing of things, because I remember both, you know, Friday afternoon, Friday evening until about Saturday, a lot of people were coming out and they were just like, oh my gosh, you're yarn goddess. We can't believe, you know, you're here. And I say this because it felt so surreal to be looked for at a con. And I've done this before. Like, it wasn't my first time being a guest, but this was my first time being a guest since the world shutting down. And, oh, yeah, we're about to get emotional. I put on lashes and everything. I put on my waterproof mascara for a reason, okay? I'm good. We got this. We got this. But it just felt really surreal and everything, because I know for myself and a lot of cosplayers who don't particularly have a huge following, and I mean huge, like, you know, we in double digits on every platform. Like, I'm thinking about the cosplayers that have, like, you know, 50K and up. I feel like there's a significant difference between cosplayers that have like 49K and less and 50K and up, because my social media traction drastically dropped when conventions didn't happen. Because I know for myself personally, I use a lot of word of mouth. I use a lot of, you know, cons and everything to gain traction for my online presence. And it's easy for me to grow because I'm handing out business cards all weekend. I think before the Ponderosa, I was doing about 40 shows a year, traveling up and down the East Coast and handing out business cards at every single last one. So with that being cut off, and Instagram perpetually being broken, and Facebook doing God only knows what, and TikTok just being like, ooh, is this a Negro? I very much was internalizing a lot of, you know, feelings that made me feel like I wasn't anyone. And I know I'm not anyone, because I was able to land a guest position, you know, I do have traction and stuff, but like, it didn't feel that way. It hurt having to have a social media presence that wasn't rewarding me for the things that I enjoy. And I feel like a lot of cosplayers ran into that issue in 2020, where we were solely dependent on social media for traction, any kind of event, any kind of social interaction as well. And when social media said, nah, listen, we're not feeling it right now, we internalized that. And it's not saying internalizing something is a bad thing. I'm just saying that having a platform that is brutally honest and ruthless to Black queer content creators, the way I thought I was the problem, I was like, oh no, not Instagram thinking me, Instagram, the problem is you. TikTok, the problem is you. Over here trying to gaslight me into thinking I'm the problem. Absolutely not. I remember, you know, feeling these feelings kind of like, you know, lift at Queen City, because when I was walking around, you guys already know I have my Stitch and Bitch boxes, and people, they sold out. Like, I think I brought one home after that weekend, and it was so crazy to me that, you know, my channel, again, another platform that I'm slowly growing on, and like some views, I think on some of my videos would be like 50, 40, 100, give or take. I just thought, you know, hey, you know, I'm here, but I'm not like, you know, pulling like, you know, millions of viewers, so I could kind of do whatever. And I was so wrong about that, because so many people came to my booth at Queen City and they were just like, oh my gosh, I follow your Stitch and Bitch, I love your and I'm like, and you were viewer number 39, and you were viewer number 10. Oh my goodness. It's like, I know views are attached to real people, but it doesn't feel that way, because now this is what, and every other YouTuber I watch got like 1 million subscribers, and I got like 700 and change, and you over here could be doing like, it was just that feeling, that amazing validation of, no, we see you, we love you for what you're doing, and we support you. And I think what really got me at Queen City was, I think it was, we were doing the cosplay runway contest. And I remember, I think I got up on stage and all the judges were introducing themselves, and the crowd, like, you know, was cheering and everything. And when I got to my turn, I was just like, hey, you guys, Yarin got his cosplay, and when the crowd roared, there was, I know one of my friends, boy, if you see this video, I know it was you in the background, whoop, 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 in the back, you got the crowd hyped, and it just brought me to tears. Like, I couldn't cry on the stage because, like, I was in full makeup and I had a mask on because, you know, we stay safe in these streets. But I cried later because I was like, not the entire audience. This room was full. Everyone was here for the cosplay contest, and the fact that, like, I was able to introduce myself and having to hear this really loud validation of "we see you." Oh, bitch, we gonna make it through this video. It was just such an amazing feeling because, like, it wasn't even like, you know, arrogant feeling of like, you know, I'm all that, I'm the shit, blah blah blah. It was just great to have this confirmation that social media really had me fucked up and thinking I was nobody. Because how do I announce myself at a cosplay contest, at an event, and then the crowd cheers for just me being there? And it was just an amazing feeling. Like, I really don't even know how to even compare it to anything really, because after being home for a year and not having cons to go to and not being able to interact with some of my favorite people or just anyone at all, it was really getting to me. And I always feel like I, you know, am the odd one in the cosplay community because I'm not a sewer, I'm not a prop maker, I don't specialize in any of, like, you know, the big two or the big three, you know, fabric, armor, and warbler, I would say, because like, some people make armor out of leather and stuff, but like, I don't specialize in that. I specialize in crochet. So I have always had this feeling of being like, you know, I'm the odd one out because a lot of people be like, oh my gosh, do you knit? And I have to correct them, explain to them what it is, blah, 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 blah. But I wasn't the odd one out. I was part of the cosplay community. Like, I know, like, I'm part of the cosplay community, but like, being at Queen City, being able to have people actually look for me, ask for me, and like, you know, buy my stuff, like my booth's damn near sold out. I was like, you guys, wait a minute. It took me a while to make all this stuff and I gotta make more stuff for later. And you telling me that y'all bought all the booths? Damn, thank you, but damn, like, it was amazing. It's such a weird thing to walk into a space and you feel seen, and not just seen like, you know, you feel seen like you see other cosplayers like you feel seen as in when I have a panel that's just for Black creators or just for Black cosplayers, no one blinks an eye. When I say, hey, I'm gonna talk about, like, you know, this political topic or whatever, no one blinks an eye. When I say that, like, I go on stage and like we just had nothing but like trans queer identities on stage performing a burlesque show, and no one blinks an eye, it's just, this is the norm. Damn right, I'm gonna travel out to North Carolina, and then on top of it, their COVID policies were amazing. They're like, listen, you either get rapid tests, you get masks, you get this, this, and this. What we're not gonna do is have Corona up here, okay? She blocked at the door. My overall experience at Queen City was absolutely amazing. I definitely recommend it if you're looking for a guest, or if you're looking for a convention to guest at. I highly recommend Queen City Anime Con. Like I said, they met all my requirements, and they paid me to be there. They paid, like, that's the important part, because some of these cons be like, oh, we can't afford this. I'm like, but you would expect me to leave the house? No, I rebuke it. But overall, now you want to set. Now the sun wants to set and be respectful. You know what? It's okay. My experience at Queen City as a guest was just absolutely amazing. And I don't, like I said, I'm speechless because like it just felt so amazing to be able to leave the house safely and be seen and get to meet my fans and followers, and to also just get this validation that, you know, just because YouTube says the video isn't that good doesn't mean people aren't watching. Just because Instagram only gave me 100 likes on the post that I personally really enjoy doesn't mean people didn't see me. Like, it encouraged me to do more and to keep pushing, you know, my brand and my content, because the stuff that I am making, you guys are enjoying. And when I actually leave the house, you know, you guys are excited that I left the house, because I don't do it often, but when I do, y'all know that make me feel special. Like, it just makes me feel warm inside. It's like I know I want to talk about AWA too, but like that was a completely different experience that I wanted to talk about again, because that was another thing that I feel like deserves its own video. thank you guys so much for watching this video and for sitting down listening to me just talk about Queen City and my experience as a guest. But thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. If you're currently subscribed, thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.